Hey guys, what's up? Raptor7717 here, and this I just recently got is the Plastic Soldier Company Cromwell, British Cromwell tank. I don't know what version it is, if it is a version even, I forget. And I don't know much about the Cromwell anyway. I mainly know about German tanks, so if I get... This is a kind of a new tank for me. This is the reinforcement pack, which, unlike other reinforcement packs, doesn't come with this little thing for some reason. I guess that's because it's new. It's a fairly recent release. I remember them talking about it pretty recently, but I just picked it up. Get that annoying plastic off, and we can have a look at the sprue. You have the main chassis, which looks like it has that thing that I find kind of annoying, where you have just this that you have to slap on there. I don't know why they can't mold that, but I guess they can't. There's probably some good reason that I am ignorant of. You have the tracks there. Don't know what these bits are. I'm assuming they have something to do with, like, side tread armor or something. Got a hedge chopper type thing there. The main chassis of the tank, and then you have the turret. And it doesn't look like you get a whole lot of options. You have the two different guns, and an open and closed hatch here. Is there a gunner? Or yes, there's a commander right there. Gunner, commander. You got a front machine gun there. You got some, that's an exhaust, and that's the front armor. Again, I don't know why they can't put that in there, mold that in, but I guess it would probably lack some of the detail it does, and as such, the detail is superb. This looks like a fairly simple kit. It looks like there aren't a lot of parts on here that aren't going to be used. Like, there's obviously the commander and open hatch that you may or may not use, but other than that, I can't really see too many. Yeah, one thing that does kind of bug me is this hole, which some of the newer ones, like the Stuart and the Tiger tank, have the little notches that you can put your turret in. This one just has a hole, it looks like, which I don't know how securely it'll fit in there. The Sherman didn't fit securely in there at all, and it keeps falling out. So I hope this this works a little bit better. But yeah, now I'm going to go build this and come back. And we're back. This is the Cromwell built. It's interesting. It went together pretty well. I'm not very good at putting things together, so it's got a few problems with gaps and stuff. But I don't really mind that. The turret was a bit confusing on how to put together, and you can actually adjust the barrel. You could have the barrel pointing up or down all the way, because there's the way the thing fits in there, but it's kind of weird putting it in there. It does look more realistic. It does look more like the tank, but I think I might have preferred if they had just molded that together, but they didn't, so it's alright. Also, the machine gun's kind of a pain to get in, but all machine guns at this scale are. It's nice that it's a separate piece. I didn't trim a lot of the... There's some flash on it, but I didn't trim it off because don't really mind. What's it called? The chassis fitting into the hull is kind of weird. The instructions kind of show it differently, but you'll know how it fits in if you're building it. The instructions on this one I find were a bit lacking, but the kit itself goes together really well. The kit's really simple, especially the entire chassis assembly here. It's mainly just a few parts. It's mainly the treads, which are a single part, unlike some other Plastic Soldier Company things, which is both good and bad, depending on what you want to do. If you want to paint them off and have an easier time painting them, then the two-part treads were better. But if you just like ease of assembly, like I do, then this one-part track assembly is pretty good. I was going to say something about that, I don't know. Anyway, it went together really well. Everything is fairly logical when it puts together. I'm just kind of dumb, and I put that together wrong. Yeah, it's just really nice. It like I said, I don't know too much about the Cromwell, so I can't say too much about it. I'm not sure that these were actually very useful things. Those were kind of the hardest parts to put on. The turret is in a little hole, but unlike, say, the Sherman or even the Panther or the T-34, this hole is a very tight hole, and so the turret is not going to fall off. It doesn't have, say, what the little Stuart here does, where it locks into place, and the Tiger has that as well, but it's still, it fits really well and it works really well. I obviously went for the 75mm gun because I think that's the more common one, if I remember correctly. I did do some research. I got this box assembly in the back. There's not a lot of options for the kit. I think there weren't that many real versions of the Cromwell to exist that didn't have the differences being internal, because I know that there was a Centaur tank that had, it's a Cromwell with a different engine, an earlier engine that didn't power the tank as well. Anyway, so now for some size comparisons. I'm going to have a pen here. It's a Papermate ballpoint. We have a little Risk Man. We have a penny. Alright. And we have this Matilda infantry tank, early infantry tank. And then we have the Sherman. And for a little bit of variety, we have the T-34 here. So T-34 over here. And yeah, see, the Sherman has a really big problem with that. So I'm glad they fixed that. And the T-34 does to some extent. It's not nearly as well stuck in there. But anyway, got those out of the way. So yeah, overall it's a nice kit, really simple kit, pretty cheap. It's about $7 for a 1 in 100 scale thing. That's pretty good. I think Battlefront charges like $10 for a tank, 10 to 15. Probably more around 15 for their metal tanks. I don't know any other company that makes these Cromwells, so I can't give you many figures on that, but yeah, it's a very neat little tank. It does get cheaper when you buy more of them, so if you want to make a platoon of Cromwells, then you should probably buy the box. I think it goes down to about $6, 5 something, if you do that. But it went together really simply. It's not a lot of, there's not a lot of options, but it's got pretty well detailed. Gives you a very good impression of what the tank looked like, and it is fairly size accurate from what I can tell. So it's overall a really good little miniature tank. Yep. Bye.